What up, what up, what up? It's your boy J Real at the Real Hip Hop Show, where hip hop is everything and everything is hip hop, man. Y'all already know how we do it, man. It's another great day. You know what I mean? Peace to all the hip hop heads out there. You know what I mean? But you already know, man. I got you know what I'm saying, my special guest in here with me tonight. You know what I mean? Don Pachino of Killarmy. What's good, my G?
What's going on, brother, man?
Oh,
ain't nothing, just chilling. Everything's grand gravy over here.
No doubt, man. First of all, I just want to say, you know what I mean, peace and thanks for stopping by.
No problem, bro.
No doubt. Now, see, I had your homeboy, you know what I mean. I had Kinetic 9 on the show a couple weeks back, you know what I mean. So, you know, he spoke on some things, but Kinetic 9 don't like to talk. So I'm pretty sure you'll talk a little more than he did. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's good. You know, that's funny though. But yeah, I didn't even get whiff of that. I didn't even see the show, so I wouldn't know and stuff. But shout out to Kinetic 9. Peace, brother.
No doubt. Oh, I'll make sure I send you that though. You know what I mean? But you know, me, you know, I like to you know, start from the beginning, and I like for, you know what I'm saying, my guests to introduce themselves to the people. So, you know what I mean, introduce yourself to the people, man.
I am the Napalm General, Don Pachino, a.k.a. the PR Terrorist, a.k.a. Mr. Terror. Yes.
No doubt. No doubt. Now, again, you know what I'm saying, let's start from the very beginning, my G. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, how did you know what I'm saying, get into rapping, and what made you decide to rap and stuff like that?
Well, you know, growing up in Stapleton, Staten Island, New York, me and Ninth Prince lived across the street from each other. You know, his family plus RZA lived across the street. Well, at that time, I believe RZA was living, actually a few blocks away. But then he moved across the street. Yeah, and, you know, we grew up, you know, his brother was doing his thing, and his cousins, you know, ODB and Jizza. You know, I told the story 100 times before, but I'm going to tell it again for you.
No doubt.
And, you know, we was watching them, but we were hip-hop heads. You know, we was watching, you know, everything. You know, they had the Yo MTV Raps. They had the Mr. Magic Show. They had all, you know, I'm from that era. So we grew up, you know, watching the Big Daddy Kanes and the Cool G Raps and, you know what I'm saying, all of that. And, you know, we just loved it, man. We found a love for it. We started rapping and emulating what they were doing. And then we formed a little duo, Cool T and Capital D, me and Ninth Prince. And, you know, that was a little childhood thing we had going on. And then, you know, his father lived in Ohio, so he would go back and forth. And when, you know, he went out there to stay for a while, that's when he started rapping and putting a little team together out there. But we had made a pact that we're gonna always come back together and do our thing. You know, he's gonna get some people. You know, he got some people from out there. We would still stay in contact. You know, that, you know, we was best little homies and shit like that. And, you know, we came back together. His brother actually started doing his thing, and, you know the history of RZA and you know, Jizza started doing his thing, and they started, you know, going pro with it and stuff like that. And, you know, then we ended up taking it. It was the next bullet in the clip, and we came out, you know, out of that and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
no doubt.
Pretty much in a nutshell.
No, that's what's good. You know what I mean? So when y'all getting all that in, you know what I'm saying, and y'all getting everything straight with the crew, excuse me. So is this when everybody was already there, or when y'all, you know what I'm saying, like got with RZA and everything, or?
Well, me and Ninth started rapping together. This is pre Shogun Assassin, pre Beretta 9, you know, before all of that, pre Killer Sin, even pre Islord. Oh, you know what I mean? When Ninth went out there, he started galvanizing the little team out there, you know, like getting, and Sin got on, you know, that was like he got on pretty much like, I guess, you know, I don't got a time, but it was like, they was already popping. Wu started doing their thing. And then when we started really getting serious and making the decision to actually put an album together, Sin came in on it and started, you know, Sin was already doing his thing. You know, he was, you know, spitting locally and all that, doing his thing too. And then we just came together and we formed at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like right before Killarmy took off. You know, Killer was putting his work in here and there. You know what I mean? As you heard him on the Sons of Man joint.
Right.
I Gotta Get It, you know, what was that? Soldiers of Darkness and shit like that. You know what I mean? It was like, you know, and then we just made that decision to do it, you know? Put it together like that.
No doubt. So how did y'all form like Killarmy? You know what I'm saying? Because I know, like, you doing your thing, y'all doing y'all thing, they doing their thing, but how y'all bring it together and say, look, this is how we going to do this. You know what I mean?
How we going to do it? Well, Ninth came with the name off the Kung Fu flick Killarmy. We decided to go. We had a little team. We had a little team back in Staten Island before Ohio. It was called the Violator Posse. So we kind of like stemmed off of having like the team thing, and then I guess we seen what Wu-Tang was doing, and we was kind of like I said, we was trying to emulate that to a degree because we the young homies, we the young bros. So and we that's how that we came together. Like we said, we're gonna do a group thing, and Knife already had a couple of homies out in Ohio that I ended up getting introduced to when I went on a run. I had caught a charge out in Staten Island, and I went on a run, and I was laying low in Ohio. You know what I mean? And that's when I got to physically meet, Beretta 9, Shogun, Fourth, and shit like that. And, that's how that happened.
No doubt. So, okay. Let's fast forward I guess it's a little bit.
Hold on. Well, let me stop it. I met them before that. I'm bugging because they used to come. I used to do my little hustle thing, and they used to come when they came and made little stops in Staten Island. They'll pop in once in a while with Knife. They would come and grab some trees off of me and shit like that. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
I did meet him before. I think I met Beretta before. I don't know if I actually met Show. I might have met Show too. But I definitely met Beretta because he told the story years ago. I forgot about it, but, he told the story about it and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So what? Yeah, so that was that.
So how was the, like, okay, this is something I always wanted to know myself, you know what I mean? But what was the vibe like with you guys in the studio? Because I know, like, with the Wu-Tang, and, a lot of people would say that y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all was like Wu-Tang Jr., in a sense, you know what I mean? But, like, with having, like 6 guys, you know what I'm saying? I know, because all y'all went hard, so I know y'all had to fight for the mic, you know what I mean? So what was the studio, you know what I'm saying, sessions like? Especially, like, with the first album.
The first album, it was like everyone, we rocked it, get the beat on, everybody a vibe out, start writing the darts. And whoever came the hardest, I guess it was a agreement. Fourth had his vibe on it, like he want whatever sound good on him because it's his beats. And at the end of the day, he wanted, and he thought if he gave the plus up, and everybody else was like, yeah. And then some dudes was like, yeah, we might not be feeling one dude's shit, and then we kind of agree on it. It'd be like, yeah, we're gonna keep him on here, and that was that. So yeah, it was like a mic fight. You could say it's always a mic fight. And the best man, I guess, stays on it, whoever sounds the best. But it usually is like we make sure it's a unanimous decision, No
doubt. So, I need you to clarify this for people, okay? Because a lot of people still think this, you know what I mean? A lot of people know this by now. But RZA only produced, one song, was it?
He produced 2 joints, to my knowledge, that I believe. It was Wake Up and Warface.
Wake Up and Warface.
So Soldier Wish, Warface, that joint, Camouflage Inmates.
Yeah.
It was Warface and Wake Up.
So yeah.
Now, you gotta mind me, man. We going back 20-something years now. You know that, right?
Oh
so
yeah.
I might be. If I'm wrong, y'all gonna have to give me a pass, man. But this is
Yeah.
If y'all know my work, I put out about 30-something albums since then. So, my head ain't all the way there.
Yeah, you got
you know what I mean?
You got a big catalog, to be real.
Yeah, but nah. So I believe I'm, go check it out. I mean, did you do your research on it?
Yeah.
I mean, you got the number right. It was 2 joints. Am I right with the 2 joints?
Yeah,
I know Wake Up for sure, but was I right with the Warface too?
Yeah, it was those joints. You know what I mean? Those were the exact ones. You know what I'm saying? Those were the ones, though.
Yeah, a lot of dudes. Yeah, a lot of, when dudes hear the beats from Fourth, they're like, they need to get RZA back on the joint. RZA, yeah, he only produced 2 joints, you know what I mean? And
right.
And if you ever seen that U-God video when he's talking about RZA gave all his time to Killarmy, and that's why he didn't do. He gave us 2 beats. That had nothing to do with why you didn't do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you know what? I seen that interview, man, and I was always, now listening to, like you just said, that interview, he made it seem as if, like, RZA was just so focused on y'all that he won't trying to mess with, you know what I'm saying, him and this, that, and the other, but that ain't even true.
Nah, let me tell you something, man. RZA wasn't even in the studio with us when we recorded that. So we didn't take his time. We took 2 beats, and they didn't take none of his time up. Not saying he didn't, roll around with us and, we didn't have good times and all that together. That has nothing to do with that. Right. I'm talking about it wasn't like he was focused in the studio for months with us trying to do 2 beats, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the brother was banging out 100 beats. You know what I mean? If you've seen all those albums that came out. You know what I mean? That had nothing to do with nothing, man. And the funny thing about that whole situation, if you go back about, I think is a year before that, he's on the Breakfast Club saying he don't blame nobody for things. He wasn't ready at the time, and he blamed the label for like collapsing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he said he's in a good place. And then fast forward a year later, you hear what he said. He blaming people, and come on, man, don't blame nobody. You got to own your own shit. You wasn't ready, and that's that. You know what I mean? Like, it had nothing to do with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts. We put our work in. We did our thing. We bust those mics down. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? You wasn't busting those mics down like that. You know what I mean? That's on you.
Yeah, and it's real. You know what I mean? You gotta stand up for what you doing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Okay, now let's speak on like the since we still talking about the production. You feel what I'm saying? So what made Fourth Disciple decide to say, well, I'm producing. I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? The majority of the producing. How did you know what I'm saying
Well, Fourth is from Ohio, and that's where the rest of the bros from. So half the team, all right. So most of the team is from Ohio, if you want to say so. Because me and Ninth is originally a Staten Island head. You know, he's a New York cat.
Right.
I'm a New York cat all day, every day. You know, and Islord was like in and out. He was like a back and forth with Ohio. He happened, ironically, Islord happened to have. He had family in Staten Island, lived in Staten Island, and also had family in the same town as Shogun and all these dudes, like a Knife's family, like in Steubenville, like in Ohio. So it's kind of weird how that, ironically, a cat that lives in my neighborhood got family in the same neighborhood in a small town in Ohio as Knife. So he was back and forth too, but he's more of a New York cat, is what you could say. But he had family out in Ohio also. So, and then me and Sin. So me and Sin is pretty much all New York, you know? We straight New York dudes, you know what I mean? And then Ninth was a New York dude, but he had his father that he would go spend summers and go back and forth in Ohio. And then you had Islor, who had family, and he was in and out of Ohio also. And then you got Shogun, that's straight Ohio, Beretta, that's straight Ohio, and Fourth, that's straight Ohio. You get it? So that's how that whole thing comes together.
Okay.
So basically, they all grew up together. Show Fourth, Beretta, so that's how that happened as far as the production. He came from that wing, and, he was building also with RZA, you know what I mean? He's like RZA's student, when it comes to the production, you know what I mean? And, that's how that happened.
Word. That's what's up, though, because, see, like I said, because people really think, like we just said, RZA did all of this and RZA did all of that, when, again, you know what I'm saying, y'all did a lot of that yourself, you know what I mean? But I got to ask you this question right here, too. What's your personal favorite, Killarmy track? Or album, either one, either one. I'm
gonna give you the album.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the album because track is kind of, that's kind of crazy.
And it's so many.
Dirty Weaponry is hands down my favorite Killarmy album.
True, mine's too.
Sonically, and then if I'm being biased, for me lyrically, I stepped my shit up and got really. I let dudes know the terrorist is here for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because on 5 stages,
a lot of brothers within the camp, a lot of brothers within under the Wu umbrella told me, yo, that's your album, bro. That's your shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My own brothers. You know what I mean? Say, yeah, that's your album. You know what I mean? So that's that's that. I mean, Fear, Love, and War is a dope album too. And Silent Weapons is a banger. That's our classic. That's our Illmatic. We can't take from that. I did my thing on that and everything, but to me, like as far as the beats and what Fourth did, I just think Fourth just got crazy on it. I got crazy. Everybody got crazy on it. It's, Dirty Weaponry is it for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. Because my favorite song, my favorite Killarmy song, period, is 5 Stages of Consciousness. You know what I mean? And
okay.
Yo.
Yeah.
And
that's on that album.
Yes.
And that's on that album.
And your verse? Come on, man. Hey, they need to just go listen to it. But, okay. Now, I gotta ask this also: is there gonna be another Killarmy album, or because I know you've been doing a lot about yourself, and we're gonna get into that. But is there gonna be another Killarmy album, or what?
Well, I mean, I think you seem like you're very enlightened when it comes to Killarmy, man. So I know there's gonna be another one from what I hear and from what you hear.
For sure.
Will Mr. Terror be on that project? Absolutely not.
Word?
Yeah, no. I'm not going to be on that.
Can I ask why not? If you,
it's a lot of, between me and you, without going and digging in and keep digging up the dirt, because I've been off of that vibe. You know what I mean? Like, facts. I haven't been even responding to anything and just letting dudes do their thing, man. Like, I don't even want to hate on what brothers is doing. It's a lot of egotistical shit, man, narcissistic shit, first of all, I'm a grown ass man. Ain't nobody leading me. Ain't no leader of no group for me.
No doubt.
Ain't nobody, superiority complexes and shit like that. I ain't dealing with that. And you know what I mean? So I'm off of it for that reason. Then, funny business that been done in the past, and I'm not even saying with the whole group. Me and Ninth Prince, a lot of differences we have, ain't gonna allow me to do that ever. You know what I mean? And I actually thought about it, and I was going to do it, and I told dudes this is how I'll be able to do it under these circumstances, and dudes are with it, they're not, and then, one day they with it and not, and I'm not even going to say they, I'm going to say Ninth, because that's the only one I have really, the issue, the quarrel or whatever, which ain't even nothing, because I ain't got no issue with the brother. It's like I wish them the most success on that and everything like that, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I just can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I'm off that vibe. You know what I mean? And I'm Killarmy. I'm always gonna be Killarmy, man, because I was at the glory days, man. It's when to me is when it meant something. When dudes had to go out and actually buy that album. You know what I mean? Had to get up, spend their last $5-10, whatever they had, 15 actually at the time.
I know I did.
You know what I mean?
I know me and my homeboys did, and that's facts.
In the rain, in the cold, sleet, snow, hail, whatever you had to do, you went out, got it after school, before school, cut school, you know what I mean, where dudes actually went in there and spent money, where nowadays catches just streaming, for free, hoping they could catch it online on a torrent site, it don't matter no more. You know what I'm saying to me?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And, you know what I'm saying? And I put my best work out there, and I can guarantee you this, you're never going to hear another Killarmy project that sounds like those 3 albums with that energy, with that vibe. That's my guarantee to you. If they come out with this new one and you feel that, man, and tell me, yo, Dom, you wrong, hit me up, please, man. Tell me, anybody hit me up and tell me they're wrong. But I personally guarantee that you're never gonna hear nothing like that again. And I love the bros, and the energy we had there was phenomenal, man. It was uncanny. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not there no more, and for those reasons also, man, the vibe, the way that the music, the direction of that, I'm not feeling none of that. You know what I mean? So I can't partake in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
And I'm off of it, man. Like I said, I haven't even been thinking about it. I haven't been even, dudes asking me. I'm just like not even on that. But since you asking me and we're doing the interview, man, I'm gonna have the respect to, let you know what it is, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Because just like when I was, speaking with your peoples about doing it, the interview, because. Over here, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that gossip shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, I'd rather just, ask and, we could build on it and then, move on. You know what I mean? We ain't got to go into, this and I heard, fuck all that. You know what I mean? Fuck all that.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Oh, matter of fact, my homeboy King C's got a question for you, all right? He said,
all right, let's do it.
His question is, he said, what was your inspiration for Concrete Rose?
It's like, I come from the gutter, right? I come from a place where it's just, everything is hard and it's dirty and, it's grimy and gritty, right? But yet I'm making, under those circumstances of the pressure, like you could think of a piece of coal, when you put it under pressure, it creates a diamond, right?
Right.
Now, that concrete, you ever heard about the rose that grew from concrete?
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's me putting out these beautiful vibes and this beautiful music, man. This beautiful terrorist shit that I've been giving the fans for 22 and some change, 22 years and some change. So, I'm giving them something so beautiful that's coming from this dirt. So that's the inspiration behind Concrete Rose.
True indeed. Now, you know what I mean? Because I know everybody wants to hear about the Killarmy and the glory days and all of that, and we're going to get those questions, and I understand. But I want to talk about some Don Pachino. You know what I mean? Like,
let's do it.
You've put in a lot of work. Like, you got, man, I got to count them, but my dude, you have put out, 10, 15 solo albums?
I think it's more than that, brother.
I mean, more, but
I think it's more than that.
Goodness gracious, my dude. That's what's up, though. So, after all the Killarmy and everything that you went through and y'all went through, how did you know what I'm saying, what inspires you to say, you know what, I'm still going to keep pushing. I'm still going to do what I love to do? How did you know what I'm saying, keep going, in so many words?
Well, my inspiration for that was a long time ago, man. And I don't want to, I don't want to make it sound so horrible, man, but I'm just going to tell you what it is, man. It was like right towards like the last Killarmy album. We were struggling to do that last album. We went to the studio, then we had a budget, then we didn't have a budget, and then Loud started signing on to, Loud we ended up getting Loud on board, which, RZA politicked that and got us on the Loud roster. And so we ended up being able to do it. But in the midst of all of that, we were going through our thing, and I started working on my solo project, Terror Is Him. And dudes felt a little funny about that. They were, oh, Don, we trying to do solo, man. We better together. We did it. But see, I started doing that because Ninth had told me one time, and he told all of us, I believe, we was all having, a little shit and talking our shit. And he's like, y'all niggas better figure out what y'all going to do because I'm going to be all right. And I think he was referring to, his brother is, established and, doing well. So, he felt like, and I come from a poor Puerto Rican family, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no doubt.
I'm the chosen one to make it happen. You know what I mean? Like,
no doubt.
It's for them. Yeah. So it's like, I was like, all right, that sounds a little like that's a selfish vibe. You know what I mean? So it's like, I said, I got to do what I got to do for me. And plus, while we was on our last tour, the fans would call up the radio station, yo, PR Terrorists, when's your solo coming? When's your solo? Because they thought we had the same formula as Wu-Tang.
Right.
Where everybody started dropping their solos after they blew up with the first joint. So, I was getting that vibe. But I wasn't doing it on no ego shit. I wanted to creatively be able to have the creative freedom to do what I want. Not to say I didn't creatively have the freedom when I did it with Killarmy, but it was a group effort. So you had to take consideration to what the next man wants to bring to the table on that song or this and that, that vibe. Whereas solo, I can do whatever my heart desires, you know what I mean? And I'm an artist, man. I believe in the art so seriously, man, so deep that I think people are understanding how deep I believe in it. When I said I'm going to keep my fans fed, look at how much music I put out.
True.
Niggas got to understand the body of work. I mean, I told myself I want to do Tupac numbers, but I surpassed the numbers, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying with sales, I'm talking about with the body of work.
Yeah.
And, down to everything you see, man, if you see an art cover, it's a cartoon cover, I'm the one who orchestrated that and designed that. I'll take a picture of that, tell them exactly what I want, how I want the words laid out, and you can ask any of my art people, whoever did art for me, do I completely give them the whole concept of it? Do I, is my creative mind at work all the time? Everything you see, man, everything. Like I said, if you see it, if it comes out of napalm, man, that was my thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, people will understand deeply how involved I am as an artist. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's when I started working on my solo, and that's how that whole came about with the napalm thing. I said, I got to find a way for myself because we got our little turmoil going on, which was mainly because we didn't really have a home at that time for the third album, and we didn't know what we was going to do. And dudes just, dudes got a little money, so dudes are feeling like, everyone's got their thing now, We was like one foot in, 1 foot out. Some dude, we felt like we was halfway through the roof. We're getting money, we're on tour, shit's coming in, but then it started, looking weird, like we didn't know where,
Yeah.
And we're young, man. You give young dudes some money and, they think it's going to be there forever, man. And we didn't really, the management wasn't right and everything. So that's what happened. And that's how Napalm came about, with that thought right there. When you hear your brother tell you, y'all dudes better figure out what y'all going to do because I'm going to be all right. It's like, oh, okay. So I'm going to be all right too. So I made a way for myself and the world can see now, 19 years later, man, Napalm's running strong, doing my thing independently. And I don't even, I don't need any other brand to be attached to it to do what I do, man. You see Napalm, you see that N on everything that I drop.
True.
You know what I mean? Shout
True
out to
indeed.
Wu-Tang, mad love and homage to Wu-Tang, but you don't see no Wu-W's on my shit. You got these groupie ass wannabe cats out here throwing W's on their shit. They never sat and ate at the table with RZA. You know what I mean? They never lived in, They never lived under the same roof as RZA, but they got these W's on there, and I don't even do that.
Word.
You know, but dudes are respected more if it came from me, but I don't even do that shit because I'm so much of a leader in my own. You know, like I got to do things my way. I got to, you know, I want to establish my own brand. I want something for me and my family where dudes can't say I gave that to you. You know what I'm saying? But that's my state of mind, man. That's neither here nor there. But
no, that's
you know
what's
what I
up.
mean?
That's what's up. You know what I mean? Because people would expect anything that you do is going to have, like you said, the Wu-Tang W on it.
Yeah, but you know, it's so funny because you got these flapjack cats where if it don't have it on it, they don't feel, oh, I'm not fucking with that. That's not. Yo, did you like me because I had a Wu stamp on me, or you like me because I was spitting some real shit from Staten Island? Which one was it, bro?
Right.
You know, because if you fucks with me, then fucks with me.
Facts.
I'm not shitting on nobody. I'm not out here, you know, doing anything. You know, I'm just doing me, man. And some dudes don't like to see you. Some dudes want you, you know, they give you enough. You know, they just give you enough so you can come back for more. And I'm not that kind of dude, man. I'm not waiting around for a biscuit or a treat. You know what I mean? Like I said in my song, you know, you spell dog. I'm not a dog, man. You spell dog backwards, you get G-O-D.
True indeed.
And now you fucking with me.
True indeed.
You feel me? So
nah,
that's
no,
that.
dude.
That's you know.
I got another question. You know what I mean? My homeboy, he want to ask, when does Killer Sin get out?
Well, he got sentenced 17 to 25, and he's got a couple of years in, and so you know, figure he could be up for parole in a couple of, you know, maybe like 11 or something or 10. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
But aside from that, you know, he's working on an appeal, and hopefully everything goes good with that, man, and he gets out early, man. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Free the homie, man. And that's real.
Yeah, you're free Killer Sin, man. Much love, you know what I mean, to the God. I actually wrote a joint on my last joint, actually 2 albums ago on World Poetry 2, man, called Kite to Killer. Because I haven't wrote him on this bid. You know, I wrote him on his last bid, but I haven't wrote him on this one. But I was there at his sentencing. The only one that was there was me and his wifey.
Oh, wow.
When the day he got sentenced and went away, only people that was in that courtroom was me and his wifey.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So I was there for him. You know, I seen him off. You know what I mean?
No
Shit
doubt.
hurt, whatever, but I was there for him, and he knows that. You know what I mean? I build with his wifey from time to time, and she keeps me, you know, in the loop of what's going on. But I spoke to Killer 2 months ago. We spoke on the Jack. You know?
No doubt.
Yeah. So yeah, it's, you know, even though although I didn't write him, we got to actually build and kick it on the Jack. You know what I mean? So.
No doubt.
He's doing good, man. For all y'all out there, man, he's definitely one of the illest men to ever spit. And it's an honor to call him my brother, man. You know, free Killer Sin.
No doubt, man. Free Killer Sin, man. And we still gonna be bumping Killer Sin. You know what I'm saying? Word up. But
sure.
I want to ask you about this right here, man. So I see, you know what I mean. You done did a little acting. You done did a little acting, man. Do you inspire? You know what I'm saying? Inspire to do some more acting, or you know what I mean? You wanna? Or that was just like for the moment, or what?
Funny you say that, man. I'm working on something right now, man. Doing a little, couple little short films and stuff like that. We about to go on production with. We're still in the writing stage with that. I got the Napalm Films going on. We're about to launch. So yeah, definitely, man. You're about to definitely see some stuff, man. Definitely. That's my new passion. If y'all haven't known, I've been directing the last 10 videos y'all seen come out. Out of Napalm. So, you know, I've been in my directing chair, and I always love movies. I'm a big movie buff. I like the Scorsese's, the Brian De Palmas, you know what I mean, Ron Howard's. I just love the, you know, the whole directing aspect of things, you know what I mean? I got a lot of love for it, man. Cinema and directors with photographies and angles, and I just love cinema, man. So that's like my second love. So you're gonna see a lot of that coming. Right now, I'm just opening them up with the videos right now, the music videos, and then I'm going to step into the short films, you know?
Oh, word.
So that's what we're going to do.
So are you going to just direct the short films, or you going to act, or you going to do both? How you plan on doing that?
You already know I wear a lot of hats, man. So you might catch, you're going to catch me directing, you know, writing, directing, and starring and shit, man. You know, I'm doing it all. You know what I mean? I got to get my feet wet from every aspect, you know?
True indeed. Speaking of, TV and stuff like that, have you seen the Wu-Tang miniseries? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I did. I peeped it. I watched it. I watched most of the episodes. You know what I mean? I'll be watching them on the late nights, so sometimes I'll fall asleep and I don't continue on. So I might miss a couple of little things, but for the most part, I watched it through, man. I didn't watch it when it first came out. I let the episodes build up, and then I watched it on my hot box. You know what I mean? I went through it.
Yeah, I like to do it that way too, cause like I know like the first season, you know it's like introducing a lot. But I had a conversation with my homeboy, and it's so crazy that we're having this interview now. But he asked me, he said, "Is Killarmy going to be in like the second season? Are they going to show some Killarmy stuff?" I don't know, but if they do, don't they got to hit y'all up about that?
Of course, but yeah, man, Killarmy gets left out of everything, man. You know what I mean? It's unfortunately, man, it's the way it is. I know dudes is like, "Where's Killarmy at? Where's Killarmy at?" Man, that's a whole other story, man. You know what I mean? It's like, so that's another reason why I'm just doing my own thing, because if I had to sit around waiting for, something to happen with that, the right way, on a big level, man, shit, bills wouldn't be paid, you know what I mean? Kids wouldn't be straight, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt. I feel you.
That's why, but that's why I'm just doing me, brother, because I can't think about those kind of things. I mean, it would be dope, and, we were such a big part of the history that I know dudes is like, where they at and stuff like that. I seen something that came on one of these ads or something, and they were talking about the history of Wu-Tang. It was something dope. And they actually threw Killarmy in there. And like,
they should. They should.
Yeah, but it's very rare. Like I said, it's on a very rare occasion. It's almost like we scratched out a history or something to a degree, man.
That's whack, yo. That's whack. Matter of fact,
even the documentary. The documentary came out before that, and it's like, supposedly somebody told me they seen me in there. I guess in a little spot. I don't know if you watched that, because I didn't get to watch the full version.
Yeah,
I went to the debut of it, the first thing at the Beacon in Manhattan, the red carpet event. But aside from that, I didn't really watch the rest of it. Did you see me up in there?
Yeah, I see you, actually. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and it's crazy, man. Matter of fact, man, I'm glad you brought that up, my G, for real, man. But speak on that, man. Like, how in the hell does Killarmy how they not mentioned? Like, I don't understand that. How do you feel about that? I think it's bullshit, but I'm just saying, how do you feel about that?
My dude, like, I don't know, man. Like I said, I guess it is what it is. I can't even think about that, man, because I'm not sitting here trying to point fingers and all that. Let the world conjure up what they got to conjure up. I don't know. To be honest with you, I really don't know. I mean, everybody's reachable. It's not like we're not accessible. I'm here, man. You can find me just the way you found me. You can find me online, reach out. You want to do something, let's do it. You want to, anything, man. It's like, I don't know. I can't answer that question, brother. You know what I mean? It beats the fuck out of me. You know what I mean?
No, I do feel you. So what you got coming, man? What's new? What's coming up? What you got going on? I know you, cause hard as you work, I know you got something in the making, man. What you got new cooking up for us?
Yeah, man. Well, I got that. I just dropped, actually. It's coming out on the 31st. Actually, I just shipped. I did the first shipment for dudes. I got the classics. I have Terrorism 1 and Terrorism 2 deluxe package together, a double CD package coming out on the 31st. That's already been shipped. We just started shipping on that, so cats will be getting that in the mail soon. That's just like a little classic release I had to do for all the cats that wanted, me to re-release the classics remastered. I got that. Just dropped. I got the clothing line, which I want dudes to really go check out, man. Warheads.bigcartel.com, man. I got a dope clothing line right now, man. The Warheads apparel joint, man. I want dudes to go check that out. I got the infamous Warheads line with Lucky Luciano, Al Capone, El Chapo, Pablo Escobar, Dillinger. They all the gangsters, Then I got the revolutionary line coming. I got Pablo Albizu, Campos, which was a revolutionary from Puerto Rico.
No doubt.
I'm gonna have Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, all the revolutionary joints coming. Che Guevara,
I know you're gonna have one with Father Allah on it. I know you is.
I'm gonna have the Father on there.
I know you
know what I mean?
I know you is.
So I got all of that going on, the revolutionary line. I mean, I got a lot. I got the cartoon joint that I just dropped too. The Warheads cartoon hoodie, man. So we got a lot of stuff, man. That's at warheads.bigcartel.com. Warheads with a Z. Check out the Warheads apparel on there, man. They're up right now for order. So check that out. And I got the T3, the Killer Concoction, Terror Is Him 3, coming out on January 31st. That's gonna be the real deal right there, man. Rapid fire terrorist shit. You know what I mean? So I want everybody to go right now and pre-order that on donpachino.bandcamp.com. And also check out napalmmusic.bandcamp.com. That's where you can get, the whole catalog and everything else, with the exception of the Don Pachino albums.
No doubt. No doubt. Now, I got a couple more questions that I got to ask you, all right? Now, one, I want to know, who does Don Pachino listen to as far as, like the newer, artists and stuff like that? So who are some of the artists that you like, you check out that you might think is pretty dope?
I mean, I don't really fuck with too much hip hop, to be honest with you, man. I don't want to, sound crazy out here, man. I check up on a couple of things if it comes across my airwaves or whatever like that, but I'm listening to, I'm an old school cat, so I'm kind of stuck in the 90s with it, and I like old soul, and I'm stuck in like the 50s and 60s with the Motown shit, and all that, all the classic people, all the icons. I listen to all the icons, you know what I mean? Even when it comes to comedy, I listen to the icons. I'm watching Richard Pryor stand up the other night. I'm watching all that, Red Fox, and I'm just really an old soul with it. As far as new music, man, I'm listening to like some alternative type shit. I'm fucking with like Lana Del Rey right now. I'm listening to her shit. You know what I mean?
Word.
I'm somewhere else with it, man. Like, I'm getting vibes from shit like that.
Word.
I'm fucking with Labyrinth. Shit people don't even probably know about. What I mean? But that's what I with it. As far as rap goes, man, I mean, I like J. Cole for this era. I think he's dope. I like what he's doing. I like, I mean, that's pretty, I mean, I can't really, if I really start thinking, man, but you put me on the spot, I mean, I'll probably come with a couple more, but, what's this one kid, I think he was kind of dope. I like his shit. He looks a little, he's man, what's the kid's name, man? He's bald-headed. He looks a little bit like Cannabis. And he sounds a little like Eminem. Sounds a little like Eminem, but looks like Cannabis.
I ain't gonna lie, I can't think who it is. You know what I mean?
He's got that video where he's talking about God, like if God exists, come down and talk to me now type shit. He's in the desert. I like his shit, man. I like his lyrics. I mean, people probably, if they hear me, they're like, oh, I know who he's talking about.
Yeah,
I got the kid's name in my head.
You know how that go.
But he got some shit. I think he's a dope artist, coming up doing his thing. But yeah, man, that's pretty much that, man. I'm not really, I'm not really throwing all this new shit. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I feel you. No, I really do.
Shit.
I really do feel you. Now, one more question before we get up out of here.
You know what it is? Dudes are eat up whatever the media is putting in their face, man.
True.
Dudes is like scabby.
True.
You put something, you say this is hot, you get a couple of cosigns, everybody's riding coattails, and now they think the shit's the truth. Dudes, it's a lot of, like I said on one of my posts, man, I was like, everybody's calling themselves the king this and king of this and king of that. They ain't even got a goddamn gold record on their wall. They never touched a billboard. They didn't even come in on top two. They didn't even come in on the top 200. You know what I mean? But they king. They king. They king of what? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. It's crazy, man. You know what I mean? This shit's really bugging me out.
Yeah,
but
that's the game now. I guess.
Man. Go ahead. What you was gonna say though, brother?
All right. Now I do got this question I gotta ask now because I asked all my my guests and especially the guests like yourself that's been in the game for years. You know what I mean, and had those experiences. But what advice would you give? You know what I mean, to up and coming artists or artists that's out here trying to, you know what I mean, get to the levels that you've been and stuff like that. Get to that level. What advice would you give them?
Man, just believe in yourself, man, because nobody's going to believe in you more than you, and invest in yourself. Don't expect your homie to put up the cash, man, because, if you ain't putting it up, he ain't going to dump his pocket on it. You know what I mean? So just invest in yourself, believe in yourself, and be independent, man. Build yourself up as an independent because That's the only way you're gonna make money, because when the big boys come in and you do it independently, that's when they want to bring you the bag, and that's when you're in a position to That's when you're in a position to make, to make a deal happen. A deal in your favor, not just a deal in your favor. You know what I mean? You got leverage at that point because you got value. You got equity in your company. You come in looking for a deal and you ain't got nothing, they're gonna give you they're gonna give you chump change. Even if you dope, they're gonna give you some chump change and give you a fucked up deal. They ain't even giving deals away right now. You got to do numbers independently anyway. So, Like I said, to me, I'm an indie advocate, man. So shout out to all the independent cats out there trying to do their thing, man. Just keep pushing and believe in yourself. All it takes is that one thing, that one spark, that one hit to change your life. You know what I mean? So just keep doing your thing.
No doubt.
That's my advice for that.
No doubt. Now, before we get up out of here, let everybody know where they can, find you, your social medias, your websites, all of that. Let them know where it's at, man.
Okay. Again, man, go check out that fresh line I got. It just went up. The Warheads apparel at warheads.bigcartel.com. Go grab those hoodies up. They're limited right now. All flavors. Yellow, red, electric, blue, white, black. I got all kinds of flavors for you, whatever you like. Go to donpachino.bandcamp.com. That's where you're going to catch all the Don Pachino joints. I got mad new music on there. So if you're asking, you got new music, and that's the answer for you right there. donpachino.bandcamp.com. I got that new Terror Him 3 coming out January 31st. Go support that. Go jump on it. It's only available by pre-order. So if you don't put your pre-order in, the day it releases, you'll never see it again. It's not going to be available no more. That's when I take it down. You know what I mean? So that's how that works. napalmmusic.bandcamp.com. That's where you can catch all the Terror Band joints with me and my artist Bugsy the Guard. Shout out to Bugsy the Guard, all his solos, all me and Shaheem's project. Just a lot. Shout out to Free Shaheem too. Shout out
Free
to my
Shaheem, man. When is Shaheem getting out? I'm sorry. When is Shaheem?
He's getting out soon. We're getting out in January. From last I heard, he's getting out in January. He'll be out soon. Yeah. Shout out to Shaheem. And as far as the social medias, catch me on Twitter at /PRTerrorist. Catch me on Instagram at Real Don Pachino at Instagram. Go check out all my videos that I got going on my channel and subscribe to Napalm Dom at YouTube. Napalm Dom is the channel at youtube.com. And the Facebook, man, I guess you could put that up too. That's Don Pachino. I got a couple of pages on there. We got the Napalm recordings. We got the Terror Band. We got the PR Terrorist page. Go on there, like it, share it, do what you got to do, And shout out to you, J. Real, for having me, man. Appreciate it.
No doubt.
Shout out to my brother Justice Hype, for making connections. Shout out to Bugsy the Guard, Shout out to my brother Kip, my Napalm UK, and all my brothers that's down with this whole Napalm team right here that's be doing our thing, man. Word up.
No doubt, man. Again, I really appreciate you, taking the time out, you feel what I'm saying, to stop by, chop it up, holler at me and everything like that. You know what I mean? And again, shout out to the homie Justice, for real talk. You know what I mean? But,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? But, man, I really appreciate it again, man. Hopefully I can get you to come back and let us know what else new you got going on, or if you ever want to just swing by and just talk, give some advice to the youth, the young heads out here trying to come up. Anytime, bro. Anytime, man.
Yeah, man, like I said, for the young guys coming up, man, just be original. That's what I gotta say, first and foremost.
No doubt.
Because I'm tired of these carbon copies and everybody's jacking everybody's fresh and it's a cool thing to do and all that. I'm not with all of that. Be original, man. Be original, because that's what it was about, man, when we started this hip-hop shit. Nobody wanted to sound like anybody else.
Right.
Nobody wanted to emulate the next producer's beats and his sound, Those kind of waves, they come and they go. They're in and they're out. They come in fast and they leave fast,
Word.
So just be original, do you, man. The originality is going to stick around forever. You know what I mean? So do that. Focus on yourself, believe in yourself, and invest in yourself, man. That's my whole thing. You know what I mean? And let me give a shout-out to Killarmy, man. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody, I ain't got no beef with the brothers and all that, man. I got love for my brothers, man. And, it is what it is, man. But that's just the current state of the business of what's going on and where I'm at, with everything, man. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And shout out to Islord, man. I see him. He's putting a lot of bars down. He's putting more lengthy verses in there, and I see he's working hard, man. So shout out to Iz, man. You know what I mean? On that. as far as that level. As far as, like I said, the direction and everything, like the sounds and everything that's going on with that, I ain't feeling the vibe, man.
No doubt.
You know, it's just not grabbing me.
No doubt.
That's that, bro.
No doubt,
right.
man. Again, man, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for stopping by. You know what I mean? What more can I say, man?
Nah, for sure, man. You be good, brother, man. Thanks for having me, man. All right?
All right, man. Peace.
Hold on 1 second.
Go ahead.
You heard?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Peace. Chill, y'all, man. That right there was, you know what I mean, the God. You know what I mean? Like, real talk, man. Shout out to the homie Don Pachino, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Killarmy, free Killer Sin, you know what I'm saying? Free the homie Shaheem. Shaheem will be home in January. He just said that, so hopefully we get some new Shaheem. Matter of fact, see, we can't get Shaheem on the show when he come home, you know what I mean? Huh? All right, y'all. It's your boy J Real at the Real Hip Hop Show, where hip hop is everything, and everything is hip hop, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Everybody, make sure y'all share and all that good stuff like that, man. Don't forget to send your music in to the Real Hip Hop Show at yahoo.com. Get that music played. Know what I mean? Let everybody know what you're doing out here. You trying to get an interview? Hit your boy up. You know what I'm saying? The Real Hip Hop Show at yahoo.com. All that stuff like that. You know what I mean? Peace to the God, Don Pachino. Peace to Killarmy. Justice, what up, G? Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's doing their thing out here, man. Thanks. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? It's your boy, man. J Real. Getting up out of this joint. You know what I mean? Peace, y'all. Peace.